Welcome to this edition of the Photo Estate News with Pixology. Obviously coming to you from a new location, new look, and we're really excited to have you checking in with us. We are now in Greenfield, Wisconsin, in a new studio that has great workflow for us. We're really excited to be here, and we're happy you're tuning in to check it out with us. There's a lot going on in our world these days, isn't there, Molly? Just so much to deal with. So we're just going to hit some highlights because we haven't been with you for a little bit. And one of the things is just how we're all communicating. And this was started, Photo Estate News started in our effort to reach out to others more easily because we weren't seeing people in person. And here we are, many months later, still reaching out to you in this way, but it's become a way that we can talk to several hundred of you at once, and we really appreciate that opportunity. So, as COVID continues to direct a lot of our actions and behaviors, we're going to help you today with some safe things to think about as you go into the end of November and the holiday season. One of those things is how you share photos with your family. And it's something we talk about a lot in how you are saving and preserving your family photo estate. And Google has just announced that they will be limiting their free storage for people that put their photos there. So once again, those companies that offer you things for free can sometimes take away the free just as easily. So be aware, if Google has been your chosen location, to continue to put your photos there may require you to start paying for that.
So when you think about how the virus has impacted our daily life, it is rather stunning. Our social interactions are limited, and often, like my son, he hasn't seen his friends for weeks and weeks, and it's a hard time. So photos, we really think, do have a way of connecting people, connecting the generations, connecting with each other, strengthening relationships, and so much more. So my 2 cents worth for photo estates during these times is having your photos put together in a way that's organized and ready to be accessed. The moments that you want to share and talk about with people is so important. We know that photos and looking at them together and sharing family stories improves a child's feelings of self-reliance and resiliency, being connected to something bigger. And right now, the family is the core of kind of how we're spending time together. So in having a photo estate where you know where your pictures are of your kids from when they were 5 or 6, 10 or 11, and being able to talk about them and share them and look back at the fun things that we used to do together out in the public might be something to think about for the holidays. And if you need help with getting your photos organized and put into something like a photo estate, we definitely want you to watch our Creating a Photo Estate series. We have downtime right now, and this is a great time to pull out the old albums and start filtering through and saving the best of your memories.
And along with checking out our videos, we know that you're going to be spending some extra screen time coming up. So Thanksgiving this year may be conducted by Zoom. Any tips you want to add about Zoom, Molly?
Well, I have been on a lot of Zoom calls lately, and even one group that I have Zoom calls with includes a lot of seniors, and sometimes it's hard for them to figure out how to get the video to show, or maybe how to actually share a photo or a video in the group setting. So we thought it would be important that we have a resource for you during the holidays on how to share photos with Zoom. So here is another link for you to click on up above, and you can watch. There will be tips on using Zoom, whether you're using a computer or a mobile device like your phone or an iPad. Now, What's really exciting is Zoom offers free accounts, and many people have been taking advantage of that. However, in the free accounts, your meeting time is limited to 40 minutes. Once that 40 minutes comes up, you are cut off, and so it's a little frustrating. And for Thanksgiving, Zoom is extending the time so that families can have the full amount of time they want to visit with each other for the holidays. And we'll have a link below where you can learn more about that as well. Take advantage of those Zoom calls and connect with your family members. I think, Ann, you've actually done Zoom phone calls.
We've done a couple of family Zooms, and there's some great things about it that is really fun. As many of you know, I am married into a family of 6 boys, and so sometimes getting a word in edgewise can be kind of challenging. But the other thing I would say is for some people, especially people with hearing challenges, Zoom can be a little tough. So talk slowly, give a pause now and then, and check in with mom and dad or grandma and grandpa and see if they're actually catching anything of what's going on.
Oh, it's fun. And I don't know, if you have a chance to take a picture of everybody that's in the Zoom on your computer screen, definitely do that. That might be the photo of your family gathering this year.
Another way that people are connecting with their photos, and especially in a year like this, is making the use of digital frames. One of our clients is going through that exact process, and he started with a small batch of photos that he wanted us to not really organize, but scan so that he could put them into a digital frame. And then a second batch, and I believe a third batch has come, and I'm not sure if we're heading to 4 or not, but he's really starting to appreciate the ability to get all of those photos captured. He is also permanently protecting them in forever, but the ability to enjoy those photos on a digital frame is really special. Some of the frames, like PixStar, I believe is the one brand name, now they interact with Google Photos, and that is a secondary location for him to put the photos and then upload them directly into the frame. I have a special affinity. Molly and I have met with the NixPlay digital frame creators, and they have a really wide variety of things, some of which have their own email address, which means that no matter how far apart you are, you can have photos start playing when mom or dad, grandma and grandpa walks into the room, and new photos being uploaded there. So it's a great year to really embrace your family story as a way of being in touch with one another, and a great year to think about photo gifts as a way to feel like family is still getting together.
It's so funny that you bring that up, because we were just watching a video of one of our clients, and boy, am I drawing a blank on her name, with the grandmother in the slides.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, she gave a little bit of a testimonial, and it is so heartfelt. I just choke up when I think about the impact that the photos had on her family. Why don't we play a little clip of that?
That sounds good.
Seeing my grandfather on the floor handing out Christmas presents when I have no memory of him other than sitting sternly in a chair and stoically always looking. He passed away about 20 years ago, and being able to share that with his daughters and them being able to see their parents with their friends and just sharing all those memories at Christmas.
Well, if that doesn't get you motivated to find some photos that will inspire and make the rest of your family thrilled, I don't know what would.
Yeah, it is truly a blessing when we're able to reconnect with those. And when we go and search through photos and we help our clients with these different kind of projects, inevitably there's going to be an unusual find.
The unusual find for this episode is really a cool one. Our client had a family who immigrated to the United States, processed through Ellis Island, and somehow ended up in Iowa with a farm. Now, we didn't know that when we started his photo and family history journey, but the records that we found in Ancestry.com led us to an agricultural schedule. Now, the gentleman's ancestor's name was Vaclav Malachi, and in 1880 he filed a report that showed a very extensive farm operation. We thought, well, how did he get a farm? They came in 1865, and by 1880 they had this huge farm. So we don't really know, and I don't know if we'll ever figure that part out, but some research shows that there were railroad companies that had received large tracts of land from the government while they were trying to settle the West. And those railroad companies wanted to sell the extra land, and they marketed, I don't even know if they used the word market back then, but they marketed those pieces of land in Europe. Now, our client came from Czechoslovakia, which was Bohemia at the time, and there were actually ads in Czechoslovakian or Bohemian. I'm not even sure, but I can show a picture, and we'll get it zoomed in here for you. But this is an ad that was produced in Czechoslovakia, Bohemia back then, and I think it's Czech Republic today. And it was encouraging people to come to America and settle in Iowa and Nebraska. It's just really adding a neat story to something that we won't know for sure probably, but the family's thrilled to be a part of settling the West. And that came from, starting to organize the family photos, which often does lead our clients into a genealogy journey, doesn't it?
It does, and it's all part of that continuous journey, and it's really what the joy of creating a family photo estate is. It's not just about old history that you're not relating to, but it's about how you got to be where you are today, and then carrying it forward to future generations. I mean, imagine when we look at things going back 100 years, what it will be like for future generations to look back to that 2020 back in history, and what kind of year it was for our world then. It kind of just brings it all around again to why we do what we do, and why creating photo estates is the absolute heart of Pixology.
I think it would be helpful for them to kind of see some of the pieces, because this ad is now a part of this family's photo estate. And I'm going to just scroll through their photo estate, which the digital files are located in their family's Forever account. And then the printed archive is in boxes, as well as the family's working on a history book that details all of the stories that they know.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in today. We are excited to be back on your screens again, and we encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can follow along on the journey. Whether you're looking for more photo estate information, whether you need help with your Forever account, whether you just want to be connected to people that love photos, Pixology is the YouTube channel for you. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks a lot.